Hi everyone, and welcome back to Find Yourself in a Character, my weekly video series that takes us on the exploration of some of my favorite characters and their journeys. I'm Jenny D, author, consultant, and international promoter of Love and Triumph. In this week's episode, I talk about my newest release, Beat Me With Your Words. It is a novel about an emotionally abusive relationship and one woman's fight to break free from those chains and to not only survive, but thrive. This was an important book for me to write because there's so many women out there. Like I can just name friends that I know of who have been through emotional abuse. And it's quiet. It's not something most people talk about. I mean, we talk about physical abuse and sexual abuse, and we'll talk about emotional abuse that's associated with physical and sexual. We'll talk about, abuse of children, and those are all serious issues in our society, of course. But emotional abuse as a standalone is just as heart-wrenching and debilitating to a human being, both men and women. And this story came to me wanting to be told. And I'm getting emotional about it because I've experienced narcissism, and it really can wreak havoc on your entire life because you don't even know what's happening to you. You just accept whatever's going on, the love bombing, the gaslighting, the lies, the manipulation, the control, all of it. You don't know that you're in it because you're in love. Or some people experience with parents. You love your parents. Some people experience it with best friends. It's just, you feel so safe and secure with certain people, and they have then you in this world where they can say whatever they want, do whatever they want, and tear you down. And so Emily Davidson was a character that I created based on so many women's lives that I have interacted with. And it was hard to hear everybody's stories, and I hope I did everybody justice by bringing it together in a story that other women can relate to and be inspired by. So Emily is just your standard everyday woman going to college and has bright future ahead of her. And, love actually isn't even on her radar, but it shows up. And, she didn't have the best childhood. She didn't have the strongest role models, and she easily just wanted that love, and she fell into it. And he was a great guy. Lake Denton was everything that she could have imagined a man can be. And you see this progression of the falling in love, and then all of a sudden he starts revealing his true colors. By then, most women are ignorant to the red flags that show themselves because you've seen how great they are. How could they possibly? No, it's like after that first slap, no, they'll never do it again. Guess what, ladies? He'll do it again, and he will say it again, and he will keep beating you down with his words. And so this book was so important for me to write, to, maybe give a woman hope to see herself in Emily's eyes, that transformation from this empowered woman to this kind of a victim, and how it happened so easily, and the blinders that go on, and in the name of love and wanting to save him. And does any of this sound familiar to you? Then check out the book, because it takes us on her journey of, where she's doubting, she's questioning, she's like, is this everything I think it is? And then she, shushes away because it's love. And you see what keeps happening, and then all the dots that keep connecting. And then finally, her epiphany where she's not going to take it anymore, and that she breaks free. And then how she does it, all the struggles, the torment like that she has to go through to just get out. And then finally have the light at the end of the tunnel. For anybody who's experienced it, it is possible. And I wanted to show that through this work, that healing is possible, recovery is possible. And I hope that someone can see themselves in Emily and either recognize, hey, great job, I did the same thing, I got out and I'm thriving. Or maybe you're in the midst of leaving, you're like, okay, there's hope, I can get out. Or maybe even better, you wake up and see that you're in a red flag relationship. Now, a little disclaimer, I am not a therapist. I am not an expert. This is just a fiction that hopes to enlighten this horrible epidemic that's all over them. Pandemic, epidemic, I'm not sure. Sorry. Whatever it is, it's all over the world, and we see it in different phases. And I just want to spread awareness. I want to spread love and hope that it is possible to rise above. And the number one thing I want people to get away from is do not take the blame for what you have experienced. You experienced it. Fight back and move on. It's possible. You can do it. And I know this is one of my deeper and really emotional, serious topics that I've ever done on this video. But that was my intention. That's what's behind the character of Emily Davidson and the book. And with all my heart, I hope my readers can see that no matter what situation is in, even if it's not emotional abuse, whatever toxic situation is in, whether it's a family member or it's a friend or a group of friends, if you're in a toxic place that's bringing you down, get the fuck out. You deserve better. And you are not to take the blame for anything that you experience, not if you're gullible, not if you're trusting. That is a zero reason to accept what has happened to you. But also find forgiveness, find your own passion, self-care, love yourself, and become the person you were meant to be. Let it be a lesson to show you that you are a survivor and that you are fucking amazing. If you want to check out my book, you can find it at www.jennyauthor.com. You can also find it on my abuse awareness website that I recently started, www.brazennotbattered.com. I talk through my blogs with all kinds of abuse, and I have guest bloggers, and we share, and we just want to create an awareness about all kinds of abuse that's out there in an empowering way to help other women and men. I recognize you guys. I know that some women can abuse men as well. It is a two-way street, so you are more than welcome to share your stories as well. Sorry, this was long, but thank you for hanging in there with me. I truly hope that you check out my book, or if you know somebody in the situation who could use a little bit of inspiration or even just awareness. They may not be seeing things and you're trying to explain it to them because you can see it much clearly than whoever's in it. Share the book with them. Maybe they will see and get a light shine on them in their situation. So sending lots of love out to all my viewers. I appreciate and have so much gratitude for your support. And I will see you next week on Find Yourself in a Character.